Welcome to Nightmare Echoes. Listen, scream, and embrace your horror obsession. I'm your host, Eleazar, and today Margo and her twin sister Sarah are here to share their unique perspective on Sinners. What details help the audience tell Smoke and Stack apart? How does the music help shape the story? And just how many genres does this movie manage to blend together? If you dare follow us, all our links are in the description. Next week on the podcast, Escape Room. But until then, a movie that got me craving ice cream, Sinners. Hey, welcome to Nightmare Echoes. I'm your host, Eleazar. I'm joined again by Margo. But Margo has brought her twin sister, Sarah,
A
to
special
the podcast.
guest.
Special
Hello.
guest. Evil Twin 17 herself.
Very
Which-
clever name I made up when I was 14.
That's
Changed
perfect.
When I was 17.
Oh, okay. I was like, why does
Yeah.
it?
No, it was Evil Twin 14, and then I don't remember why I changed it when I was 17.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Oh, it's probably was like a old, old email account, like a
Yeah.
bellsouth.net or something.
I think I changed from AOL to Yahoo or something like this.
I want to say this is Margo, and I want to say Sarah and I sound very similar.
I can hear the
Still-
difference.
It's
Okay,
actually pretty fitting because I could not tell Smoke and Stack apart at all.
Well,
the whole
the
movie,
exact same
and I
man.
just let it go. I just let it go.
In the first viewing, I couldn't. Everybody was like, I loved how their personalities were so different and you can easily tell them apart. I'm like, not me.
Well, the funny thing is, I caught on to the color coding.
Yeah.
And I watched it with Sarah and our friend, and they were like, "What? They're wearing
Yeah.
different colors?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, how else are you guys?"
Yeah,
telling
but then,
them apart?"
well, we'll talk about it. But you also got very confused. So
I did get confused.
Yeah,
And they
so-
were separate. They were separated out for the first part of the movie, so
Sure.
you knew kind of who was who.
Right. And then I've watched it
But
4
do we
times
even
now.
say that we're going to discuss
No.
Sinners?
We're getting there. If people haven't figured it out, I'm sure
This is chaos.
I'm sure the name of the episode is there when they clicked on it.
Why don't you
but
do?
yes,
Why don't you do the
I will. Yeah,
intro? intro.
we're good. So we're covering Sinners. Came out 2025. It is 137 minutes long. There are scenes all the way through that ending credits. So if you didn't sit there in theater, you missed a fun music part at the end there.
We should.
It's
no, we didn't. No,
you did.
No.
I always sit there.
I think it was
Um,
like 10 o'clock when it ended. So
Sure.
time for bed.
I
mean,
get it. Yeah. Well, it's directed by Ryan Coogler, who I know him for Black Panther, both of the movies. He's also did Creed 1 and 2. Stars Michael B. Jordan, who was also in the Creed series and Black Panther, and also has Haley Steinfeld as Mary. She's in True Grit, as well as Bumblebee, which I thought was funny.
And also the TV show, the Bullseye TV show. Bullseye? What's his name?
Sorry.
Not Bullseye. What's his name? The archer guy from Marvel.
Oh, yeah, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
Thank you.
That's
Like, it's
right. She
not
was in that.
Not Bullseye.
Bullseye's
You
the
know,
villain.
everyone's
Daredevil's
favorite
the-
you're right. I'm
character,
getting
Bullseye.
Daredevil confused.
Hey, some people love Bullseye. There's some crazy Bullseye cosplay out there that I've seen, which is
okay.
pretty cool. But yeah, that's funny. And then a lot of other actors that we'll get into.
Also in Pitch Perfect too. So
That's
or
right.
three.
Yeah. That
Two, right?
was
And
it the
what was
candle
that
song
one
at the end?
With Woody
No, it was-
Harrelson. Oh, Edge of 17. I think
Oh,
Eleazar
yeah,
wrote
yeah,
it down for us.
Yeah, he did.
Edge of 17.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
So you're good.
I like her. If you have it,
Yeah. No, she's great.
and
Uh,
I love Michael B. Jordan. You know
of
that.
course. Yeah, of course.
Ooh, boy, Michael B.
doesn't?
Jordan.
Who
I feel
doesn't?
like I got on a tangent on another recording about how much I love Michael B. Jordan.
Everyone does.
Yeah, whether or not it makes it to the episode, you definitely went on a tangent.
Yeah, that might be missed.
That's funny. What's funny though, because you go off on how you like Michael B. Jordan. I
Mhm.
talk about how much I like the character who played Liv based on her looks, and you're like, okay. Which
I don't
thought
care
was
about her.
funny. I know. It was funny. But so this movie had a budget of around 90 to 100 million,
Nice.
and it grossed 365.9 million worldwide.
Profit.
I read an article about how this was Ryan Coogler's like blank check movie because
Yeah.
he had done some wellness, and oh boy is it. Hopefully
Yeah. I know. There's a joke I read online is that's what you do when you get a blank check to do whatever you want. You make the movie freaky.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it had a Rotten Tomato score of 97 to 99, depending on what, I don't know, there's differences, I guess, when you checked it. But an audience score of 92. And it's already, even though it came out this year, it already had some awards like the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards show has already given it out some stuff. But anything you want to say about it before we start going through the plot?
No, I would say that this is, it reminds me of a not at all related movie, but of, oh crap, what's the movie called? The Strangers. Because for
sure.
a lot of the movie, it is not a horror movie. For
Yeah,
a lot
like
of the
half at
movie,
least.
yeah,
That-
it's just like a historical drama kind of, and you don't really get into the
definitely
horror
blends-
aspects until
Definitely
really
blends
far into it.
genres together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I've heard people relate it to From Dusk Till Dawn because that movie
Yeah.
starts at these
Yeah.
crazy brothers that are
There you
bank
go.
robbing.
That's a more one-to-one
Yeah.
comparison.
Right,
I love that
well-
movie. We should do that movie. I love that movie.
Okay, we'll put it on a list.
Speak about
No.
somebody who's looking real hot.
Yeah.
Salma Hayek?
Salma Hayek in
Oh
that
my
movie.
god. Oh, you can't top it. You can't
It has
top
George
it.
Clooney in it too, but oh my gosh.
Who
Salma
cares?
Hayek.
Who cares? Yeah.
That's
The
too
other thing
funny.
I'll say is because I'm sure y'all mentioned in the podcast that Margo doesn't necessarily like horror movies.
Sure.
It's not that I don't like horror movies, it's that I don't like super scary movies.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Sure.
I will see
No,
I saw-
you're even worse because you won't watch like gore or anything either.
I
You
don't
like a violent movie.
I don't mind gore. I don't like violence. So
Right.
I don't like what are those movies with Keanu Reeves?
Oh, the best movies in the world?
Yeah, John Wick movies.
Oh, those are
like
good.
I
Okay.
don't like violence, but I would say this movie, even if you don't like horror, it is worth watching.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I get you. That's why I thought you were gonna say Saw, which I'd say the
I have
what-
seen Saw.
okay. Yeah,
That first one wasn't very gory though.
No.
yeah. What a lot of people think is how gory Saw is doesn't get that way until like the 7th movie. Like
Yeah.
it goes like over the top crazy.
Well, you
All right,
haven't
this
seen
is our last one.
any except for the first one, have you?
No, I just saw the first one.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw Nosferatu, so I'll see an Artie. I'll
Sure.
see an Artie.
Boring,
I'll see an
boring.
Artie.
Boring. It's long.
I
You
didn't
have
watch
time.
it. Yeah, I watched like 30 minutes and I'm like, I'm tired of this. I can't.
It
It's so
is long.
boring.
You got I
And
guess
it
keep
has
breaking
my
it up.
beloved, what's his name?
Skarsgård?
No.
No, what's his face? Nicholas Holt. Nicholas
Holt. Yeah, my
Oh.
beloved Nicholas Holt.
Renfield.
Yes.
That's funny. Well,
Okay,
you
so-
brought your twin sister. I
Mhm.
brought some ice cream. because-
Oh, great.
You don't remember why, Margo? You don't remember why?
No.
We'll get to it. We'll
Is there
get
ice
to it.
cream? Oh, because of the allusions to oral sex, of which
Yes,
there
exactly.
are plenty.
Oh, but
There
you
are
needed a
plenty.
cone. That's a bowl.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a
Well,
code,
you
and it would have made a mess over the equipment.
You can
if I brought
still
a code.
you can still use the technique with the
Yeah,
with
right.
the cup.
Exactly.
Are you gonna? No, never mind. Uh-oh, the
It's
tone
not
is different with
It's
me
not
joining.
this kind of podcast.
That's why I sent you the notes ahead of time so you were prepared. All right. So the movie is a time period piece. It takes place in 1932 in Clarksdale, Mississippi. The movie starts where we get our character Sammy, who is all bloody and he's carrying what's left of a guitar. He goes into his father's church. It's during Sunday service. His father asks him to give up his evil ways, which is symbolized by that guitar, but Sammy seems to grip harder, and he flashes through a couple of the events that we haven't experienced yet, and then we get a title card that says one day earlier. We see Sammy up in the crack of dawn. He's already filled this massive bag of cotton, finishing his duties while other people are starting. A woman named Beatrice comes by and asks if he's going to be playing his guitar somewhere tonight, and he just smiles and avoids the question, tells her have a good day. He goes to his mom, washes up in the soap water she's using to wash clothes, I think. And then we meet all of his siblings that he helps to get up, and then he goes to look for his guitar, but it's not there. Then we cut to...
This relates it gave me an idea of how not religious I am, because I was so confused about what I was like, oh, what is he doing? Is he doing like drugs or crime? I did not get that the guitar was like the sin.
That's too funny because my relationship with church I remember most is playing drums for church. Like
Yeah.
our church had a rock band up front,
Right.
and so, but I've been to those churches where like the most you can have is a tambourine. I've been into this weird ones, but no, I love the music involved in the church, and I grew up getting to play
It's like
drums, which was a lot
it's a
was
huge
a lot of fun.
part of church, I think, usually.
Yeah.
With music.
But
But
say I've definitely been to those churches that have like the rock bands that play now. So yeah, definitely different.
All right. So we cut to World War I veterans and identical twins, Smoke and Stack, who've returned from Chicago to start a juke joint using mob money. They buy a sawmill from a racist man named Hogwood, who was late to the deal. They tell him once they pay, they don't want to see him or his clan buddies anywhere around. He tells them that the clan doesn't exist anymore. There's also a comment here that they notice the floors are extremely clean. They ask if he cleaned it, and he ignores the question and just spits his tobacco-filled mouth on the floor like he doesn't care about their question.
I totally
Lovely
missed
guy.
this part. I missed this detail about the
Yeah,
clean
well,
floors.
but it's
I
important at the end.
understand why it's important, but I did not get it. I did
Yeah.
not get it.
Well,
Yeah, I guess I have to say this movie probably benefits from rewatching because
it has so many little details in
exactly,
it
and
that yeah, definitely.
you miss it.
Yeah. So just to give a breakdown and for the people to follow along, Elijah Smokemore wears a blue scowly cap and a blue shirt. He's also the more serious and stern one, no nonsense, and he's very calculating. Where Elias Stackmore dons a red fedora, has a red tie, and he's the more personable and charming of the two. In the movie, he cares more about people having a good time than he does about the money they're making.
Their names
Yeah.
are Elijah and Elias.
Yeah, and the only people
Oh,
that call him
no.
that, and the only people that call him that through the movie are their lovers.
Right. Everybody calls him Smoking Stack, but I'm just like, oh boy.
Yeah.
And I definitely did not pay any attention to the color, nor did I feel the need to like remember who was who. I felt like, we'll figure it out.
Well, I knew that I would eventually want to make an episode about this movie. And so I knew that eventually I would have to study and figure it out. And
Yeah.
so I read a lot of people's other summaries about it, took some notes, and then went back in knowing who was who.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
And we'll hear later how Margo thought she was really on it, and she was not.
Well, I almost was.
So they go to recruit their cousin Sammy, who's amazing at playing guitar and has a beautiful singing voice. The actor Miles Hatton, this is his first role ever. He was hired for his singing voice, and he learned to play the guitar for the role. He had never played the guitar before this.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's really impressive. Whenever I hear these facts, I feel really bad about myself because I tried to learn the ukulele for like.
You're not paid to learn
That's
it.
true.
You know what I mean?
Well, I tried to learn the ukulele for like 2 months and I learned nothing. So.
Sure. I own a lot of guitars.
Nice.
My son can play them well.
I have a keyboard that I can't play.
There you
I
go.
play pretty good.
I mean, everybody can play the keyboard.
That's funny.
You don't need barely any skill.
So Sammy goes to his father to get the guitar, and his father wants him to spend time reading the Bible to prepare for tomorrow's sermon. But Sammy shows his father and the audience really that he's memorized it already, and he just closes the book and starts reciting the passages without having to read it. And he grabs his guitar to leave because he says he worked hard all week and he wanted to earn this one day of freedom. And his father tells him that if he keeps dancing with the devil, one day the devil's going to follow him home.
I mean, his dad was right.
Well, was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
I'm not positive.
I think he was. I mean, I do think he was, but it's because we'll meet eventually. Remrick says that he heard his music and he wanted it.
Yeah, but I have thoughts about are the vampires like evil or
Well, they are
not?
killing people, Sarah. No matter if they're evil or not.
Well,
Right. Oh, yeah.
okay,
No,
but-
I see your point.
All right, let's discuss when we get
Sure. But of course, evil twin would side with the vampires.
there.
No, I'm very nice.
Yeah, I got you.
She is nice. Most people say Sarah's nicer than me, so.
That's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I noted that his guitar is a 1932 Dobro Cyclops resonator. It's got this big silver
I definitely noticed.
disc. I know, Margo. It's got this big silver disc in it that makes a fun steel guitar type sound. So he jumps in the car with the twins, and as they're catching up, he asks them what's it like in Chicago because he heard you can be a free man there. But they tell him that it's just the same thing, just tall buildings instead of plantations. and that's why they came home, because it's easier to face the devil you know.
Hmm.
Then, as they're looking at the stockpile of stuff that they got from Chicago, which includes Irish beer and Italian wine, they say that they don't have enough time to do their grand opening tonight unless they split up. So Sammy goes with Stack and Smoke goes by himself on their separate ways. I did want to note here that Michael B. Jordan, mostly they set up a camera, and Kugler is very into aspect ratios. He loves talking about film and all these different ways he filmed it, but they set up a camera that they weren't allowed to move. They would film him doing all the scenes, like if he's talking to a twin brother that wasn't there, and then film him again doing all the scenes as the other brother.
Yeah.
And then, but there's a scene where they hug each other. Anytime that happens, he had a stand-in. That person's name is Paul Sampson, and he's not in the credits. I'm not sure why he didn't get credited for it. And then they had this thing called a halo, which was this big piece of gear around him with a lot of cameras that captured all aspects of his face, so they could digitally put his face onto Paul Sampson's head when they hug each other.
That's pretty cool because you don't notice there's any CGI going on.
No.
No, not at
not
all.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we definitely talked about when we watched it that
How are they doing it?
yeah, right. And
I
that Michael B. Jordan probably had to film every single scene twice.
Well,
at least.
well, they
more
split
than
up. They split up at some
Yeah.
point. So yeah.
Sure, but when they're together, he has to leave the room, change
Yeah.
outfits, and his hair gets different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of work.
That's
But
why partly why they had the hat, maybe.
yeah, maybe. Yeah,
It's a little bit easier. Just stick on a new
So-
hat.
sure. Yeah. Smoke. Yeah, we're gonna make a cheap film, Margo. Just
Yeah.
Sarah's doing this like interview thing, and she's like, "Oh, you can be in it with me," and I'm like, "Why don't you just film yourself and just put a hat on?"
Or like a fake
Something
mustache.
Yeah, like a
That's
really
funny.
distinctive mustache.
So Smoke goes into town, parks his car. He recruits a girl to watch his truck. She agrees his first price, which is 10 cents per minute, but he explains that she needs to negotiate. And so he gets her up to 20 cents a minute that he's going to pay her. And I think this is so that the girl feels like he cares about her, so she cares more about the job that he is giving her, which is alert him if somebody is messing with the truck.
Yeah. And she also kind of seems scared of him. So I think it's more to keep her at ease too. I feel
Sure.
like you definitely get the idea that Smoke and Stack are these like mythical figures in this area.
Yeah, no one's seen him in 7 years, so their reputation has just grown.
Yeah,
And
the smokestack twins.
right. Yeah, no one's forgot about them. So Smoke goes into the store. There's a girl behind the counter whose name is Lisa. He asks if her father's there, and Bo Chow comes out to meet Smoke, and he tells him he needs enough catfish for 100 people tonight. Bo asks if he hit it big in
I do not
Chicago.
understand why they really need to do it that night.
Oh, I was going to say earlier, this stressed me out the whole entire movie that they're doing this all in one day. Like, why? I was like, oh my gosh.
I think
this is
they
so
had a
stressful.
reason. They had a reason, but I'm just like, can't you guys?
It wasn't
wait
a
week?
good one.
Right. Because
Well,
the sky's
no.
beautiful.
It
Yeah, I
wasn't a
know.
good one. I
Yeah.
was like, they could do zero planning before this. Come on.
Yeah, but they did pretty good
They did it.
job.
They did.
Yeah, but from what we know, if they didn't, they would have just been killed the next day.
That's true.
But then
And
nobody
also-
would have nobody would have even been in there, right?
Well, I mean,
Oh.
where else are they going to stay, though? I
When
guess
they're
they could
setting
stay
up.
with Annie.
When they're setting up.
Right? They would have been the
Maybe.
next day, and the clan would have showed up and then gunned them down.
Yeah.
Oh, just smoke and stack, possibly.
Just
yeah.
smoke and stack. Right,
be.
yeah.
It also gave the first part of a movie kind of like a heisty feel. Like, let's get the gang
Yeah,
together.
they were gathering the gang.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, yeah, Bo asks if he hit it big in Chicago's casinos, and Smoke tells him that they hit it big, just not like he thinks. Their conversation is interrupted by the girl honking the horn, and he goes outside and shoots one of the two men right in the butt who was robbing his
Which,
truck.
by the way, it's a place to hit somebody. If you're gonna
Yeah.
hit somebody, because there's no organs in your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fleshy,
I know,
Yeah.
but you don't need another hole there.
Well, but the other guy gets hit in the knees. That's not so good.
That's
Yeah, right,
worse.
right.
That's not good.
You're not wrong. But yeah, so he knows the guy, his name is Terry. He feels bad about it, but then he shoots the other guy in the knee, saying that he can't have people hearing about how he faced the twins without a scratch. But then, being not such a bad guy, he goes back inside and he gives Bo $20 to pay for some guy in town to patch them up. He then asks if Grace will make a sign, so Bo tells Lisa to go get her mom, and we watch as Lisa leaves the store, walks across the street, and then all the population of the people turn from black to white. And
I love this scene so much.
It's like, wait, like what just happened here? Like they own, they own two stores.
Identical grocery store.
Yeah. It was so clever how they did that to show, like,
and one all black people shopping, and then the other one all white people shopping.
Yeah, to show the separation, but also
and it's like across the street, which is. And you know what? I think this is maybe what's different between. Obviously, first off, let me just say none of us are black, right?
Oh yeah, if no one knew, Margo and I are very white.
We're actually part Irish, which is part of this movie.
Yeah.
And look it extremely white. But I was gonna say, I think back in the time, and again, this is just from like history. I don't know.
Sure.
The difference between like living in the North versus the South. I feel like the South, black people and white people were living. It was more separated as far as like it's separated. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Whereas in the North, probably it wasn't exactly.
It's more subtle, or not really subtle, but like
probably the same way today, honestly.
Yeah,
a little bit. But anyway, it was just very. I just thought that was such a cool scene to show like very clearly.
So
it's like
and then also
across the street,
and also to show how the Asian family are kind of in the middle, right? Like they're not part of the white crowd, they're not part of the black crowd. They can kind of go in between.
Yeah, they're accepted by all parties.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And since you brought it up for the audience, I am Mexican American. I definitely have felt racism, but not on the scale of this.
Right.
But I will say that I read an article on Kugler, who I don't know if you've heard about this. He got arrested in 2019 for trying to make a withdrawal from his own bank account.
Oh my gosh.
So he put his ID on the counter, because what criminal does that? And his debit card, like, hey, in case you need to know who I am at 2 a.m. And a note that said, please withdraw $12,000 from my own checking account. And the woman got nervous from the note and called the cops, who arrested him without asking questions, and then took him outside. Eventually they let him go, and so he can go get his money. But it was like the stupidest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like that video that was going around with the guy who was being arrested for stealing his own car. He's like, get out of the car. It's like, it's my car.
That's
crazy.
Well, this is definitely a theme of the movie. And I will mention, I meant to before and kind of forgot, but we're talking about the devil as the vampire. Spoiler alert. But the only devil that's actually mentioned is White Man, right?
Yeah.
That's the only devil that's actually mentioned.
Right. Yeah.
And, definitely who is more evil?
And this
lady.
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah, it's a question.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
Sir, they believe in equality and music. That's his line. That's his line. All right.
Yeah.
So to wrap up the scene, though, Grace comes over. He tells them they need a sign. Bo gives out that they only have one color, which is red. So they negotiate on the price, and Smoke gets her to throw in some flowers with the deal, which she's like, fine, take the flowers. And then she asks the question, where's Stack? And so we cut to Stack and Sammy on the road. He's explaining how to treat a certain piece of a woman's body part, like some ice cream. Like you slowly lick it like it tastes good, but you don't want it to go away too fast.
We read a lot of romance, so I'll tell you, and we could say her center, right? That's
that is what say that.
That is what they say. Her pleasure.
Got it.
There's probably some other grosser ones.
Yeah, there's grosser ones.
But that one with the dragons just went for it. That what's that recent one with the dragons? The girl.
Fourth Wing?
Yeah. They just said like all the time.
Oh, every one of them.
Yeah. But we weren't.
Every one of them.
That's not a. What do you want to call it? That's not a.
I sensed from y'all that it wasn't appropriate to say on the podcast.
I said I'm going to cut it.
Yeah.
I'll cut it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. They'll do that too. They'll use the keyword a lot, which I'm not going to say. Not for obviously not for your not the same.
I think I might say at one point in this script, but it's because the character says it.
Close your ears. They say all the time.
Oh
all
yeah,
the time.
I don't like that.
Like,
I don't
all
like
the
that. I don't like
Sure.
that.
YouTube, when we finally move this to YouTube won't allow it, so we'd have to cut that one anyway.
They'll demonetize it.
Yeah.
I have
Dad.
to say, I felt like this was a very sweet moment. It was very
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, like big
older
brother. Yeah, or like
Yeah.
cousin.
yeah,
Yeah.
like big brother advice.
And
Like very cute.
Spoiler: he capitalizes on it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. Yeah.
It was
He's
it
like, I'm
got
gonna
in-
take that advice to heart.
Right.
I'm
He's
really
like,
gonna put it in the bank and remember that.
Then they talk about how Smoke killed their dad because he used to beat Stack all the time. One time, Stack was knocked unconscious and he woke up. Smoke was already halfway done with burying their father's body.
So this is, to me, this starts the theme, I feel like, and this goes along with Smoke being more serious, is that I feel like Smoke takes care of Stack.
Mhm.
He's
His
like-
protector.
Yeah, he's like the quote older brother, even though they're twins. Yeah. It's so I guess also the responsibility that he feels towards Stack maybe makes him more serious and like think about consequences and less happy-go-lucky than Stack is.
Right.
Right.
Not that I knew their names while I watched the movie.
Well, that one's Michael B. Jordan. That one's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
so.
Michael B. Jordan really takes care of Michael B. Jordan.
So they talk about the guitar, and Stack tells him that it belonged to Charlie Patton, who they won off a card game. And then Stack asks him to play, and he does. He gets really excited when he starts to sing, saying they're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. He's really good.
Right. Yeah. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, he's like, he seems surprised, like he didn't know.
Right. Like
Yeah.
he's just giving us
us.
like he was just giving his little cousin a little like favor, and he's like, oh dang, like this is gonna go well.
Yeah, right.
Then a little bit later, they make it to the train station where they're there to recruit another musician named Delta Slim, who plays both the piano and the harmonica. He doesn't want to take the job, even though they're offering $20 a night, because as he says, you're not offering $20 a night, you're offering $20 2 night, because I have the steady gig that I do every Saturday, and they've been here. I've done that for the last 10 years, and they'll probably be here another 10 years longer than I'm going to live. And they ask him how much he gets paid, and he says, look, they let me drink as much as I want, and who could ask for anything more than that?
Poor dude, it's smart though. Yeah, why give up a steady gig for this?
Yeah,
gig
but
that
he
you don't
makes
know?
no money. All he gets is alcohol.
Oh, I thought he got paid.
No,
They asked him what you get out of it, and he said, all I get is as much as I can drink, and how can a man ask for anything more than that?
Oh, I
get
did
that.
not get that. I thought he was just getting paid less.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
So-
Okay. So no, never mind.
That's not good. Don't do
No.
that.
So then they bust out an Irish beer, which he's like never tasted before. He tastes it, and they tell him if he acts now, not only will he get to finish that beer, but he'll get $40 and then as much beer as he could drink.
Is this like Guinness?
night.
Yeah, I
don't know.
guess.
Maybe, but it's
Wait,
he's
they're acting like Irish beer is like. Is that where beer comes from? Ireland? No, right? It's got-
Well,
Uh,
it sounds like their beer, the like what do they call it? Corn
Oh,
beer?
yeah.
oh
exactly.
yeah, that's right. They don't have like real like yeast malt. beer.
Right. And so
Yeah.
I think this is something special. And so especially for an alcoholic, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh yeah, let me have that.
Yeah.
So we cut to Sammy and Delta playing together, and they're advertising their grand opening that night. Amongst those who are watching is Pearline, who Sammy finds an interest in right away. We find out she's married, but he gets crazy and asks if she's happily married. And like, be careful, boy.
Yeah.
Um,
Do we know she sings at this point?
no, we don't. And but he seems
just
to
him.
know.
I thought she was just inviting her because she's hot.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's what was
same.
happening. But later on, he asked, are you going to sing before
Right.
they talked about it at all?
True. That is true.
So maybe it's just expected that Southern women sing. I don't know.
No. Oh gosh.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
we
'cause-
had some kind of side convo.
Yeah,
Or
I
he
thought
was,
I just
maybe
missed
he was
something.
asking about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be.
Yeah. So that's when Haley Steinfeld's character Mary shows up, and she like broke the internet with this character because everybody that left the theater Googled Haley Steinfeld's ethnicity, where you find out that just like her character, we'll find this out a little later, that her grandfather was half black. So she shares this in common, and it's just funny that everybody went home and Googled like, wait, is she
Well,
really?
I think there's historically been people in movies who are supposed to be
Yeah,
different
honestly, that didn't
races.
occur to me.
Different races that are not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So yeah, but I had heard that she had Black ancestry. I don't know if this is what part of her cast, like why she got cast, but it was part of why she's cast for sure.
Well,
Right,
it does
right.
make sense that a Kugler was being very like mindful of who he
That's
was
true.
casting.
Sure. You find out that she used to be involved in Stack. She tells him that she waited for him, and he's like, "What'd you do that for?" "I told you to get far away from me." And she says, "I heard you, but then you stuck your tongue in my coos. Fucked me so hard that I thought you changed your mind." Which I broke out laughing.
I know she says it really loud at a train
I
station.
know, right? Like, he's like, "Calm down, calm down." And
She is very interesting that she doesn't seem that worried about being found out.
Yeah.
But also like in the whole movie, she knows she obviously was like raised around the Black community.
Yeah, so she's another one that kind of straddles two
for sure.
Two worlds where she passes for white, but maybe even more comfortable with the Black community.
Right, and we find out that her mother raised the twins after Smoke killed their father.
Yeah.
I wonder if her mom looked Black though.
She might have looked more.
Could have
been.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she's mad that they didn't go to the funeral, which was just the day before.
Yeah.
So then we cut to Stax, Sammy, and Delta on the road. They pass the chain gang, and we find out that Delta knew them all, and that they were all paid by like police officers that found out how good they sounded when they made music. So they took them around traveling, and they got paid real money. And one of the guys tried to leave town with that money and flashed all his money around a little too much. Someone got too interested. So the guy working at the train station accused him of stealing it all and raping a woman. So they killed him and castrated him. And so Delta decided that it was smarter to just drink all his money away. But the rest of the guys ended up back in the chain gang.
Yeah.
And then they go to recruit their next person, whose name is Cornbread, who's going to be their bouncer. He's working out there, and he wants to stay working with his wife, the Reese. But Stack insults his wife at first, but then tells him that he's going to offer him enough money.
Was he insulting his wife or insulting him?
He said something vulgar about his wife.
Yeah.
Saying that she would give him a blowjob or something.
Well, no, yeah, but that's afterwards.
Oh, I thought she said it before, and that's why he got mad.
I mean, he said something about, I can't remember exactly. I just wrote that he insulted her, probably because it was too offensive. But
I don't know that he really insulted her, but he was being vulgar around her, and I think that was more
like, so he thought
because he goes,
he was being disrespectful.
Right. He goes, "Hey,
his wife.
Careful, my wife's right there." And he goes, "Well, fuck your wife too." Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then he says, "Look, I'm going to pay you so much money that your wife might even let you put your pecker." And then
I was being more discreet with my language, and you just right ahead and said the line.
That's why I wrote it in the notes, Margo, so you would know. That's why I sent you the file.
Yeah.
So Cornbread gets ready to fight, but then the Reese is like, wait, how much money are we talking about?
I'm going to pause and say oral sex on both ends is equally represented in this movie.
Yeah, right. It's very important.
It's important to Ryan Coogler that be represented in this movie.
So because his wife's like, hold up, how much money? She tells him to get in the car, and he gets in the car with him.
I love this scene because his wife is like, don't be ridiculous. Who cares about being vulgar? Like, get that money.
Right, exactly. So then we cut to Smoke, who goes to visit his wife, Annie, and he sees their deceased child's grave in the backyard. And
really
we find
sad.
out we find out that's why he got the flowers.
He says like daddy's here or something like that.
I know. Oh my gosh. I had tears for this part.
I was like, oh my god.
So sad.
In this scene, we find out that she works with Hoodoo as like a local medicine woman, and she sells to the people around them. Smoke doesn't like that she takes in what he calls bullshit money or make-believe shit, something like that. And
it's like plantation money or something.
Right. It could only be spent there. And she says, that's fine because I'm not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
But
so go for it.
Okay, you're good. But you find out that he has a bag on, a mojo bag that she uses to protect him, and she re-blesses
it. Works, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it works. Yeah. Now he has his best line here in the movie, I think, and they're using it all over HBO Max advertisements for this thing, which is, "I've been all over this world in cars, ships, and trains. I've seen men die in ways I didn't even know was possible. I ain't never seen no roots, no demons, no ghosts, no magic, just power. And only money can buy you that." Like,
It's
I
an
just love that
interesting
line.
statement, though, because I mean, does money buy you power? That's the thing. Like,
Well,
does
in
money
today's
buy you
society, it
safety?
does.
Well, yeah, but does it buy you safety when you're black? Not necessarily, right?
Sure, right. 'Cause
Um,
yeah, I think that's like at the end proven to the point.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's true. Well,
like
if
they
you're white,
had
it
the
definitely
money.
does.
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. So he tells her he wants her to cook, and then they spend some time making love in this scene.
Yeah.
getting reacquainted, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah. Lovingly
It's
reacquainted.
been 7 years.
And
dang
they
it.
are a hot couple. I'll tell
Yeah.
you. A lot of good chemistry.
There you go.
I think she's taller than Michael B. Jordan, which I found.
Love that. Love
But Michael B. Jordan, once again.
I mean, I was gonna say he has chemistry with every single person, so
Sure.
it's not a surprise.
Sure. So great music plays as we see everyone that has been recruited head into the sawmill, including Grace and Bo Chow, who have left their daughter behind. We cut to a different place where outside of a house, we see a body hit the ground as if it was just flying, and smoke is coming off of it. It's got burns around it. He runs to the house, knocks on the door. This is the character we'll know as Remick. A husband and wife couple named Bert and Joan open the door, and he's telling them he's being chased by Choctaw. He looks in, and he notices they have a KKK outfit, and he bribes them with gold to be let in.
Mm-hmm. No, this is where the movie's gonna take a turn.
Yeah. We do see the Choctaw arrive, who warns Joan that their visitor is dangerous, but because the sun is going down, they're afraid to stay. She goes back.
Choctaw never come back into play.
No, I thought they would. I thought they
Yeah,
would
I thought
too,
that
and
was
they
gonna
never
be part
did.
of it. I thought maybe at the end when the daylight comes, they'll come on in.
Yeah, same,
Nope,
but
they never show up ever again.
Yeah.
It was
I hear a lot of people were like really hoping for them to come back.
maybe it's gonna be another movie. Now it's about
Maybe.
the Choctaw.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe.
fun.
So she goes back inside to look for Bert, and she finds Rimerick with blood all over his face and Bert on the floor.
Uh-oh.
Bert gets up, a new man with glowing eyes, and she screams. Rimerick shushes her, and we see that he has a really long, pointy fingernail. And on
Uh-oh.
another
not
note,
good.
there's a crib in this room.
Did not notice that.
me neither.
But
I saw it in the
we-
notes, and I was like, "What? What?"
Yeah. And it's never addressed. Like, did they have a baby? Did they eat the baby? Like, they don't say anything. Like,
I
oh
hope
my
not.
gosh. I know, I hope not too.
Maybe
So
the
that
baby's
was-
grown. Maybe that was an old crib. The
Yeah,
baby's grown
maybe.
now.
It's now nighttime and it's a full moon. We see the sign being made and we see them tapping into the power. A lot of people are in attendance and Delta is playing the piano. Smoke is willing to take in some wooden money that a man has because he doesn't have enough, and Stack isn't happy about it. Smoke tells him that this place should be for the people to feel free because they've been working out in the fields all the time. That's when Pearline shows up, and right after she does, so does Mary, who Cornbread at first stops, doesn't want to let her in. Go ahead.
I just wanted to make a comment about the fake money, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's important that he said that money's what gives you power. And then we see that these people are being paid with not money, right? So, like, how powerless they really are made to feel. I think it goes
Yeah,
with-
because even if you could save up, it's not going to get you anywhere.
it doesn't matter. Like, you could save up all the live long day, but you're stuck where you are. You can only spend your money back with your employer, which I hope certain companies don't see this movie and get ideas, because
We already have.
Yeah, company towns is a real thing. Where
How about
like
Google does that, don't they? They want you to like spend all your time.
yeah,
And
but
then
they
they'll-
don't pay you in not money.
that's just true. But
That's true.
but like
That's why I refuse to go to the cafeteria at work.
It's true. Get them back.
they brought a lot of good restaurants is the problem, and the money's going to the restaurants really now.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah, they have a barbecue place.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A comes in.
Mhm.
You get Marco's Pizza. There's a lot of different restaurants. each
Okay, all right. Well,
But-
fine. But I refuse to.
But-
I always said
but-
that. You're like,
It's-
I chose to eat during this.
right. Anyway, Mary shows up. Cornbread doesn't want to let her in at first, not recognize her. But once he does, he lets her in. Sammy's talking to Pearline, asking if she's going to sing.
well, yeah. And also
Rushes-
she says something like she's one of us or something like that. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they do later.
Okay.
But when she's like, cornbread, is that you? He goes, little Mary? She's
Yeah.
like, not so little anymore.
Yeah, because originally they're like, no white people in here.
Right.
But yeah, they're like, no, never mind. She's good. She's good.
So Sammy, who's talking to Pearline, is asking her if she's going to sing, rushes over to Mary to tell her that he's with the twins, that she shouldn't be there. She recognizes him as little Sammy and offers to buy him a drink. While they catch up, Stack comes over to talk to her, sending Sammy to go play with Delta. He tries to pay her to leave, telling her that he could also pay some of these people around here to escort her out. But she says that he taught her how to fight. But he says he also helped her get a rich white husband who owns a farm, and she says she only ever wanted to be with him. She does get him to tell her the truth that he does love her and he does think about her every day, but he just wanted to keep her safe, and he knew she could never be safe with him.
So sweet and heartbreaking, but also,
That also-
girl, you got yourself a rich husband. Stop there.
Right?
You did it.
Yeah. Yeah. It, when you're young, that sounds
Yeah, it's
great
true.
to have a true love and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when you're our age, you know what really matters. A rich husband.
Money. They
Or
said
a
it. They said it like a billion times.
or a rich wife for you. For you, Eleazar. But yeah, we want money.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Except I'm not married and Sarah does not have a rich husband.
No.
So
No.
fails all
Yeah.
around.
I get it.
But I met him when I was young and dumb. See?
Yeah, there you go. That's what happens.
We cut to Delta Slim, who's hyping up Sammy, telling everybody who he is. And then when Sammy starts to play, Delta Slim tells him to introduce himself to everybody. So he tells him that he's Sammy Moore and he's a sharecropper from Sunflower Plantation. People call him Preacher Boy and account that his father's a pastor. And he says he wrote this song for his father. As the song plays, it talks about how he lied to his father because he really loves the blues. The song also talks about how he wants to make love that night. And we see that Stack is loving it, but Smoke seems all business, like he's not willing to dance.
Yeah.
We repeat this opening line that happened in the beginning of the movie, which is that music has magical powers and it can see souls from the past and the future. And so we see souls from the past and the future come join Sammy as he plays.
Yeah.
We see African ancestors playing their instruments. We see a man from the future wearing shades and shredding on an electric guitar. We hear hip hop music added as we see a DJ on stage. We see tribal men playing the drums, and then we see some modern women twerking.
It's so funny because our friend, was it you or our friend too? It was like, I don't think people dance like that.
It
back
was our
then.
friend. It was
And I
our
was like, that's because it's supposed to be modern day people.
So this is gonna expose me for not knowing any music at all. Were any of the people like known? Like, should we have known who any of those
So
were?
I think so. From what I read online, like that was the guy shredding was symbolically representing Jimmy
Hendrix. Okay.
Thank you, Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix. But it
Okay.
wasn't necessarily him.
Right.
And then
Well,
there's
that's
a
what
guy.
gave me the idea because I was like, I think that's supposed to be Jimi Hendrix or any of the modern people, like people we should know.
One of the hip hop dancers looks like a group of hip hop dancers in the 80s, but I'm not going to get their name right.
Okay.
But so I think they're just all like representation of like different times and different
Like
cultures.
iconic dancers and musicians and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But none that I could specifically find names over.
Okay.
They had like Native African dancers.
Yeah.
And all
Right.
kinds of. Yeah, and then they all even had, I think they had Chinese dancers too.
Yeah, as we see Grace and Bo have joined in dancing, we see their descendants as well dancing in like their ancestral gear.
And this
wear.
is all like that Sammy's voice has the power to like bring back
Yeah.
spirits
Or
bring your ancestors all together.
Or bring to the
from
future.
past-
Which when we saw this scene in the beginning, I was like, okay, this is another turn, but it comes back later.
Yeah. So Sammy holds a note and he looks up at the roof and we see the building symbolically catch fire.
The
And
roof, the roof is on fire.
Yeah.
Right. And then
I don't think that's what it was.
I did have the thought like, oh boy, this is heavy handed. And then I was also like, I like it.
looks
I
cool,
like it.
looks cool.
Sure. And then we see it as they're all symbolically now dancing outside. Unfortunately, this is noticed by Remick and his two new vampires he's created. We cut to a little bit later where Sammy has Pearline in the back. He's ready to go down on her, but she's worried about washing up first. But he says that doesn't bother him. It doesn't take
romantic.
Yeah. It doesn't take long for Stack to find him, and he's listening through the door. And Grace comes over to tell him. Yeah. Very proud, right?
He did it.
Grace comes over to tell him that Smoke wants him. So when he gets there, they're going over the money they're making and the money they're losing. And they're saying with all the plantation money they're taking in, they're really going to be broke in 2 months. This is when Cornbread notices that Remick and his 2 followers are approaching, and he tells someone to go get the twins. They want to come in for drink, food, and blues music. The twins show up, and so does Sammy.
I mean,
and
they're not technically lying.
That is
Yeah.
what they.
They do want drink, food, and blues
But they
music.
don't know that. All they see is some kind
No,
of
no,
creepy
no.
white people.
I
Going
I
up.
don't think their drink and food is going to be catfish and beer, though.
But even after they turn people, they spend time dancing and playing music
They
with
really
us.
do love music. They love music.
They
Like-
love music.
Like the
I
picture said, it brings the devil.
Well, I also am confused if they're really like if they're need to drink the blood or they're just trying to turn people. Well,
It doesn't seem like they need to drink blood.
no,
You're right.
it doesn't.
Because they just turn everybody they can.
Right.
They don't
True.
feast on
and they
anybody.
wouldn't do that
Anybody.
if they needed to drink blood because I mean, there's no point in this.
You have a point. I mean, we're skipping ahead, but the vampires don't kill anybody.
No,
The humans
they've never
kill
killing.
them. They make everybody into a vampire.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
They're
and-
trying to like. Well, okay, we'll talk about it later.
right.
Yeah,
I was going to
let's
say.
go. We're getting
All
off
right,
topic. Now
No,
you
you're
have
good.
2 people trying to get you off topic. Usually, Eleazar just has to wrangle
I was
me
going to
in.
go with it until Sarah said, okay, we'll get there
Well,
later.
because I think it'll make more sense later.
You're right.
I always
You're right.
tell Margo one of my notes for the podcast is y'all should go off topic more.
Oh, great. That's what my speciality is.
So Remick instantly notices Sammy's voice when he speaks and says it was so beautiful he heard it past these walls. Smoke asks if they're clan, but Remick is offended, and I love that he's like, "Sir, I believe in quality and music, and that they just came here to play, spend money, and have a good time."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then they all get out their instruments and they play a song called "Pick Poor Robbie Clean," which I definitly laughed at. You see
Yeah.
Stack is dancing to it, so is Cornbread.
Mhm.
Zach is really cute with it. Like, oh yeah, okay. Pretty good.
Smoke tells them they need to walk back into town where there's plenty of white establishments. Remick asks how Mary got in, and Andy jumps in to defend her, saying she's family. And Remick's like, but can't we all just be family for one night? Then Smoke puts his hand in his gun. Remick says it's not necessary. They'll walk away, but they're going to do it really slowly in case they change their mind.
I this is very like deep and whatever, but it definitely made me think of like, you know, white appropriation, and they're like, this is just for us. Leave us. Beside it being dangerous for white people to be there, as we had like plenty of examples already of like not a good idea, but it was also made me think of that, like, we just need this for ourselves. Go away. Geez.
Right, yeah. So Annie she seems to sense something already, saying that they gave her the willies,
Yeah.
but Stacks think it's just because they're white people at night.
Yeah.
It could be both.
Right, yeah. Smoke's worried that they brought more company, but Stack says it doesn't matter because they brought enough pepper if they do, and that's where Smoke remembers they left the trunk in the vehicle, and Mary tells them they don't need the trunk, there's only 3 of them. So in the next scene, it cuts between Smoke and Sammy and Stack and Mary, but I'm going to cover them separately. Smoke tells Sammy that after tonight, he wants Sammy to stay away from this lifestyle because he's never met a happy musician. Sammy doesn't want to listen, and Smoke has to threaten to kill him if he finds him continuing this lifestyle after this night. On the other end, they're like in the balcony area of the rafters is Stack, who's telling Mary that they're losing money with all this plantation money. She thinks that the white people might actually have money, and it might be a good idea to ask them to come in. So she wants to go check on them, and Stack gives Mary a gun.
It's a little reversal because Stack like is encouraging Sammy to be a musician and like follow his heart, and Smoke's like, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Do
Right.
something practical with your life.
Yeah, come on, this is a mistake.
And we also find out
Mary has good intentions, but she really apps things up.
we also find out that she's really smart because she figures out how they got the Irish beer and the Italian wine. It's because they bribe both sides, and so they'll blame each other and they can escape during this war.
The Irish and Italian mobs.
Yeah.
I'm both Irish and Italian.
Yeah, we're both. Like literally 50%, 50%.
No, we're not 50% Irish.
Well, very, very, pretty high though.
It's like a quarter, maybe.
No, it's pretty high, I think.
No, because our grandmother was not Irish; she was French, sort of.
Oh,
she's like French English or something like that.
Okay.
And our great grandmother was so our great grandmother was like English descent. I think we're only an eighth. Anyway, what a fun combo.
Boring.
We're definitely half Italian though.
You're good. All right, so Mary goes outside to see Rimick and Party are singing "Will You Go, Lassie Go." She waits for them to finish playing, and then she asks them their money. Bert hands over the gold coins, which Rimick says are from a different place and a different time, but that it spins just the same.
Questionable.
And this is
Where did
also
they get that?
And this is also like gave me that pause for thought. Like, how do they know all these songs when they've only been together a few hours?
Yeah,
Like, they've
been
been
practicing.
Yeah, they spent like
practice.
all the time they had in that little cabin for the sunset learning their songs.
Like, this is weird. How are they learning these songs so quick? Like, were the other people musicians too? So it's explained later.
Yeah, right. So she is sitting there and she notices Remick's red eyes and some weird drool is coming out.
That can't be
good.
good.
Drool? It was gross. What was that? Why did that need to be in there?
It was super thick, yeah.
It was like
real thick
or something. I didn't need that drool.
I don't like drool.
So she pulls out the gun and starts to walk back, and then we see Bert fly into the air, and we cut to Pearline on stage singing. Then Mary walks back into the door.
Singer, like we said, where'd that come from? I don't know.
Yeah.
We see Mary come back in the door, who Cornbread moves and tells her to come on in.
It's like she says something like, "Aren't you going to invite me in?" And he said, "Come on in."
Right.
Like, oh no.
Oh
yeah.
Boy.
Oh no.
Oh, boy. Mistake.
So Delta walks up to Cornbread.
Yeah, it's definitely at this point where you realize everyone is going to die.
Yeah, well, and you're learning the rules. You're like, okay, what rules of vampires are happening here?
Yes, it was clever how they gave
peppered
it to us. Yeah, peppered it in. Thank you.
Yeah, it didn't just like so. Well, kind of. What's her name is gonna.
Yeah, there was some exposition, but
yeah, but it was done well, and there's always good music playing when it's happening. So yeah. Delta comes up and Cornbread asks if he can watch the door so he can go pee. Delta's like, why don't you just pee right there? And he just tells him to shut up and he goes out there. And Mary shows the money to Stack, who gets excited about it and asks if they want a drink for it. And she's like, no, they don't want anything, actually. She starts to kiss him passionately and he wants to resist it first.
Okay, let me just pause and say this is where I got confused.
Yeah. And
and I convinced Sarah and our friends.
No, not me. I never got convinced. I was like, no.
Okay. All right. Because I'm like, this is very bad twin behavior, but turns out not. So she says a line like, you're someone else's woman.
Yeah, because she has a husband.
But I didn't remember that part of that. So I thought she was kissing the other twin. And I'm like, what are you doing? And like you already have a wife, and this is your twin brother's girl that he loves.
Yeah, and this is where Margo started on about their colors, and she's been watching the colors, and like definitely it's the other twin. And I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? Yeah, but she definitely convinced our friend, who got very upset about it.
Anyway, I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. Obviously, this is Stack who's in love with Mary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and he was not portraying his twin.
No.
He was just, cuckolding some man that we don't see.
Who cares?
Right.
And he's a rich white guy, so he'll bounce back on his feet.
It's fine, another wife.
Margo and I get very up in arms about unrealistic twin behavior.
Well, Elsa already knows that I get upset about unrealistic sibling behavior. But
yeah, but also twin behavior. Because especially identical twins are like have a very, very close bond. They wouldn't do stuff like that. Yeah. Like we're books where they're always betraying each other and stuff. Like, no. I just don't think it's realistic.
That's funny. Yeah. So then I have a question for you, Sarah. Mm-hmm. Have you or Margo ever kissed each other on the forehead?
No.
Yuck.
It just comes up so often. Margo's like, and no sibling would ever kiss each other on the forehead.
I know. How about I always say this, how about the hugging while clasping the back of your head?
No.
What? Who's doing that?
No.
Nobody.
That's too funny. Awesome.
Especially when it's two hot actors that look nothing alike. You're like, oh gosh, oh boy.
This is romantic.
Right? Yeah. That's too funny. All right.
I'm not for incest. I'm gonna take a controversial hard line against incest.
Sorry. I try not to go there. All right.
Okay.
All right. So she tells him that he could rob trains and banks, but he can't steal her for the night. And then we see Bo whistle to alert Smoke that they have a problem. And then we cut to outside where Cornbread is peeing, and this is a really hilarious scene. And people in the theater when we're watching this were laughing like crazy because every time he hears a noise, they're whispering, "Cornbread, cornbread." He stops peeing. That would hurt so much. Okay, I'm telling you, you don't stop midstream. It's not a thing. It's painful. You just let it fly. All right. Anyway, so then we cut back to Smoke, who's in the gambling room where a guy has cut someone on the face because he was caught cheating with loaded dice. So Smoke has to handle the situation, and Stack and Mary sneak back into a room together. When Pearline is singing with a lot of passion, we see that they get the man with the loaded dice, to the floor, and they have Sammy check his pockets. And as the group outside who's dancing all starts stomping with Pearline to the music, that's when they're stomping the man who cheated them in their gambling. So it kind of covers up with the stomping. We cut to Stack, who noticed that Mary is drooling. She's on top of him, and she offers it to him, and he accepts.
Oh, no.
No, that's not a good sign.
No,
that could be
that's-
rabies.
That's not sexy. Oh, no.
Yeah. And then we see Mary has a bite mark on her back.
Yeah.
And
If we
Sammy,
weren't sure before.
right. Smoke sends Sammy to look for Stack, and he finds them, but he's like, I ain't going in there without you. He'll kill me. So
his brother's gonna be a cock block and go in there.
right.
I don't care.
I don't give a crap. Nothing,
On their way-
nothing
on-
twins love more than cock blocking each other. Right
Oh,
there.
they love it. They
High
do
five.
love it. They do love it.
High five. Oh my God. So that's funny. So he opens the door, though, he notices the Delta Slim is watching the door like he's the bouncer, and he asks where Cornbread is, but he says he went to go build them an outhouse because he's been gone for 2 days.
Maybe he needed to go number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes in, he sees Mary on top of him, but then it looks like she's biting him instead.
Well, she is.
So right.
That is
So
what's
she gets up, she's got blood all over him, and Stack is kind of twitching on the ground. So he fires a lot of rounds into her, and then she gets back up laughing and saying that we're gonna kill every last one of y'all. And then as she runs at him, he has got one more bullet in his gun. He shoots her, so she takes off and runs out the door. What confused me about this, while I do think this movie is perfect, and I'm just nitpicking, she's already been invited in.
Yeah.
Why can't she
she
run
come
back
back
in
in?
at any moment?
Maybe
I
they
don't
have
get
to
it.
be invited every time.
Every single time? Yeah.
I don't know. She could, or maybe she just thinks they'll
Doesn't want to go
overrun
by
her.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Could,
if she goes by
That's what
herself,
she-
they already know.
That's why she ran off in the first place.
could be. Yeah. I know different vampire movies and shows have different rules. Like in Buffy, you had
Yeah.
to like
Once
cast
you
a
yeah,
ritual.
exactly. Once you're invited in, you come on in at all times.
Yeah.
And in Buffy the movie, if you were invited in as a human, it still counts when you're a vampire.
But
Oh, I don't
also in
remember that.
Buffy, for like public places, like a juke joint, you could come in without an
That's
invite.
true.
So,
Right. It had someone
yeah.
had to actually live there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
All
know
right.
about like Dracula and all those because they always
Dracula
come to
didn't
him.
have- I don't think he
I
had to
don't
be
think
invited.
so. No.
And then the
Where
Lost
did that
Boys,
come?
he could come
Oh,
in,
no.
but he would be powerless if he wasn't invited, he would be able to be killed. But if he
Oh.
came in with an invite, you weren't able to kill
Oh,
him. But
why not?
in that instance, you had to do it every time.
I don't know. I don't just know that original Dracula had a lot of powers.
He
I don't
turned
think
into a
he could-
werewolf.
He could turn
He could-
into a wolf. He could turn into mist. He could turn into bats. He could turn into. I think it was almost impossible to kill that Dracula.
I'm
All right.
looking up where did vampires need an invite to come in?
Maybe it's just the myth of vampires.
Maybe. So Smoke tells everybody to get out, and Bo and Slim are telling everybody that the party's over. In the
Should
room,
have
and
not made. No boy, that was a mistake.
I know, right? I'm instantly worried
But
about
I guess
everybody that went outside.
I guess at this point, well, don't worry too far because we don't have to them. But also, I guess they didn't really know what was going on at this point, right? It was only Mary,
Right.
and they're just like, there's too much going on. Everybody out.
I think Annie's the one that notices that she said the word "we" when she's
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
she's like, "Oh, did she say we?" Yeah. So as
She's like
Annie,
the smartest one in this
oh yeah,
thing.
Oh boy.
and she's got the knowledge of like all the,
Yeah.
which they always, a lot of movies in horror do this. They have a person of color who has a lot of more knowledge about what is going on than anybody else in the movie, and gets to explain it through exposition of what is going on. So she is that for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So Annie wants to get the body outside, but Smoke's like, "That's not a body. That's my brother Stack."
No.
So they lock him in the room.
It's fine because he makes a miraculous recovery.
He's fine.
Grace wants to go, but Bo says that they should help him with his brother. But she said they just helped him to open and cook, and they're not there to get involved in all this. So Bo agrees to leave and go get the car when she brings up their daughter Lisa.
To make us feel sad.
Bo should not have gone out.
Well, I mean, it really didn't matter, did it?
Yeah, it would have. If Bo hadn't got out, then they would have all been safe.
Oh my gosh. No, well, she still has her daughter out there. Oh, they might not have known about it because they had to learn about it through Bo.
They learned it through Bo, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bo's the one who threatened about their daughter. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're about to get to it. All right,
No,
so
you're good.
Bo goes out to get the car.
So this is when Cornbread shows up from the distance, calling out. He's walking back, and he does say that he had to take a dump.
I'm sure he's fine. Fine.
Yeah, he is.
Slim and Smoke are curious about where he's been.
He's just.
He says the phrase "Let me in," which is the title of a great Swedish vampire movie.
I saw that in your notes.
Like, okay,
yeah.
good. It is
But
good.
Annie's
It's a good movie.
Yeah, Annie stops
And the American
everyone.
remake's good too, I think.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like the original
both
better,
of
but
them.
the remake is good too. Yeah.
I like both of them.
Annie stops everyone to ask why he needs to be invited, and he says it's because it's a polite thing to do.
Let me just say that these vampires are not good at convincing.
No. You're right.
My favorite one is coming up soon, but it's Bo's. I'm like,
Yeah.
How dumb do you think these people are?
Right.
Not. They're not dumb.
Well, yeah, he's like, can I come in? Yeah, or let me in, invite me in, whatever. And he's like, anyway, but it's, what's her name? Annie, right? Who's like, no.
Yeah.
You could just walk in on your own.
Right. Like you've been in and out of here all night. Why you gotta be invited in? So he goes on about it being polite society. We're all here to be polite and be nice to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually when they tell him to leave, Smoke goes like to grab his gun. He says that he just wants to get paid. And he tells him to be careful, but he does stick his hand out there, and Cornbread grabs it and tries to bite his arm, but he luckily already still had his hand on the other gun, and he shoots him in the head, and they both hit the ground, and I think Annie goes and yanks him back in, help him get back in the building.
Good effort from Cornbread, but ultimately didn't work.
So they close the door and lock it. Slim asks if they smelled anything, and they all look confused, and he says he just shat himself. But Smoke ignores this and wants to know how Cornbread did that. So while they're talking, Sammy hears knocking coming from the room and notices Stack is back awake.
He's fine.
Yeah. Well, he's a little more violent now. He moves his head right as the knife is coming through it. And Smoke comes over to talk to Stack, asking how he's feeling. And some of the group are in denial because they all think that Stack being up and talking is a good sign.
Yeah. Really good sign. It's always a good sign when a corpse just wakes up.
It was just a scratch. That was fine.
So as Smoke's going for the key, Sammy's approaching the door, but Stack bursts through the door, which falls on top of Sammy. Annie is there to throw a liquid in his face, which burns him and sends him running outside. She tells them all it was a jar of pickled garlic, and they are dealing with vampires.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Sarah, if you became a vampire, I'd be cool if you wanted to bite me and turn me.
Yeah, same. Especially in this like universe. But
all of a sudden we'd all know all the instruments. deal. I'm
that'd
in.
be
That would be
great.
amazing. Well, I don't know because Sarah and I don't know how to play music.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't
We
help.
have to
out.
get bitten by
We'd be
somebody who
helping.
knows how, or we
No.
have to bite somebody who knows how to play an instrument.
There you go. We just need to go
We
bite the
just need
people
to
with the
go
skills we
recruit a
want.
nice band. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Simple plan. It's on your shirt right there.
Yeah, exactly. A simple, a
We'll
simple
go buy.
plan.
I don't know
Simple
that that's
Plan.
who you want to learn your instruments from.
Simple plan. They know. I didn't say no. I'm saying we will have a simple plan,
No.
and that's to gather the people who are musicians.
Okay.
All right. So Grace wants to go outside to save Bo, but the group keeps her there, saying they need to wait till sunrise. And this is where we have our exposition where Annie tells the group they need garlic, wood, silver, and holy water. She calls demons haints.
I think they're like
But she-
spirits.
Mhm.
Right. But she says the vampires are different because a normal demon would swap places with your soul, but a vampire traps the soul inside so you can't rejoin your ancestors.
Yeah.
Sounds
Um,
fine
and-
to me.
Yeah, but well, it happens at the end, but like that is a question for me. Does that mean? I mean, at first I thought it meant you don't die, like you're undead, right? So you're dead, but you keep going. But I did have a question. Does that mean like your soul can never ever join your ancestors?
No.
I don't think because Annie says that. Annie says, if I turn, free my soul. Like
Okay.
kill me to free my soul.
Okay, that's less sad for the ending.
But they also
then.
don't want to die.
Well, yeah, but I was like, we'll see later. But I was like really sad about someone becoming,
Yeah.
like people becoming separate because like you'll never see them ever again, like even in the afterlife. But if they can just be killed and be in the afterlife, then
Just
okay.
sounds good to me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, but
No.
but Edie's very connected to her ancestors. That's her
No,
whole
I
thing.
don't know,
Like,
but like, why would Annie be against it then? If she thought that she then,
I guess she thinks they're evil too. I mean,
Right. That's what I was
guess
going to
so.
say.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
once again,
are
are they evil?
Yeah, they're not good.
Well, all
We'll
they
get
want.
there.
Well, all they want is to be everyone to be friends.
Well,
Fellowship and
okay.
music.
Yeah.
Okay.
S- Sammy tells the group that his father warned him about this, that his music would
did.
attract evil, while Delta
Mhm.
Slim jokes about hooking up with a vampire once who was light-skinned woman who bit everywhere but his neck. I was like, oh my gosh. But then Delta tells Sammy that the devil's come for him plenty of times and he'll have to go through him before he gets to Sammy.
Very sweet.
And he makes Smoke promise that if she were to turn, he would kill her to free her spirit.
Shouldn't have made that promise. He didn't want to make that promise, but she's like,
Oh,
better.
no. They find a guy who they think has already been attacked, who's passed out, and there's red liquid everywhere.
I'm gonna pause and say, if one of my loved ones said to me, if I ever become a vampire, you better kill me, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not doing it.
In fact, and I'm never saying that. In fact, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm like, let me be a zombie. I don't know. I might be happy as a zombie. You don't know that.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
because you're a heathen without faith, Margo.
Yes,
Hello. I mean, I am too.
Okay, all right. Oh my gosh. All right, so they drag that guy outside before he can rise. And while outside, they hear Rimmick singing, and we cut to the group that's all been converted, and they're all out there singing Irish music and dancing together.
You know, I read it on Wikipedia, which is a very trusted source. I mean, it could be. I don't know. Is Irish people brought like folk music to America?
Oh yeah, I think that. I mean, it rings true to me because a lot of the old folk songs are like Irish. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Cougar talks about how he likes the Irish music as well, and that's why he included it, because he thought it was a good part of history, and he wanted it to be shown in a good light.
Yeah.
Everyone
they're
inside
having a great time. I think
They
it's
are.
important to mention these vampires are having a blast. They are really enjoying themselves. They seem super happy. Good. Great
Yeah, it's
spirit.
like what's that music group that's just like a million people? Something spree polyphonic spree or whatever.
Telephonic spree.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, you're aging ourselves because anyone younger than us is going to be like, what?
That's okay. We're old, you know. Just accept it.
Everyone inside forms a circle where they have to eat garlic to prove they're human, and Pearline doesn't want to
That's so
do
funny.
it until Smoke pulls out a gun, which made me laugh because I was like, oh shit. And it might have been like nervous laughter, like, oh shit.
Yeah, the funny thing about this is the vampires are not hiding who they are. It's
No.
like very immediately bit stack. It's not like they're like, haha, fine. So I'm like, this was unnecessary, but it's a really funny scene.
Yeah, right.
And
So
she's
she
like,
does-
why don't we have any more pickled garlic?
Yeah.
We have to eat like
So
a whole
she-
clove of garlic.
She eats it and she starts to squirm a little bit,
Yeah, she's like,
which
"Ah."
had them worried. And then when Delta Slim eats it, he starts choking like crazy. But then he tells him to stop. He's fine. It was just the Chicago beer would mess with his nerves. Now
Yeah,
that we see,
That's pretty bad if you're like wasted drunk and then you have to eat a whole clove of garlic. Oh boy.
so now that we see none of them are vampires, Annie asks how the man passed out, if he was actually killed or not. So they go over to smell and taste it. And it was just wine that he passed out on. So they're trying to go out there to save him, but right as they open the door, Cornbread sees him, tackles the guy to the floor, and starts killing him. This is where Margo was talking about. Bo walks up, ignoring like
He's
no
just
one's
like,
dying here.
Hey, yeah. Hey, y'all. Nothing
Yeah.
to see here.
I got the car warmed up.
It's
Let's
like,
go.
all right, we're ready to go. Let's go.
So Smoke says he'll get them all out. Rimmon walks up saying that he is that way. He tells them that society won't let them build, it won't let them fellowship, but they can do that forever.
Mm-hmm.
Remick tells Grace that he knows everything that Bo knew, and we find out that once turned, they all share the knowledge that everyone had,
Yes.
kind of like a Borg hive mind.
Yeah. So now, very, very good.
It isn't because they do know, but they seem to kind of have their own, like they can do their own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check us
But it's a little
too.
powerful.
No, the Borg don't. No, you're thinking just of Locutus could because he was special, but
That was
the Borg could not.
that was-
the Borg was just like automaton.
There's a few examples of that. But
Told 7 of 9.
Yeah, because she was separated.
Let's
Right.
not have a discussion about the Borg. This is not Star Trek podcast.
oh my god.
If only.
Right. Well, we just have to start doing bonus episodes for
Just Star
Patreon.
Just Star Trek.
Exactly.
Hi, horror fans. You've come to get what
There's
you
that
wanted. Star Trek.
Scary episode where they're all
when
getting
they all turn
abducted.
No, how about the one where they turn into animals? That was scary.
Borg are scary.
That's true.
They're scary and they're not scary.
Well,
at
there's the
all.
one where they're all being abducted, but they think it's bad dreams and nightmares, and they all go to the holodeck and they create their dream together. They're like, okay, there's
remember
clicking, and they're like, the clicking's faster, and
is
they,
this
Clicking,
TNG?
TNG, yeah,
clicking is ringing a bell for me.
yeah, and then but together, everybody's being abducted, like adds details to the room, and they all create it together, and they're all freaked out, like, how are we dreaming the same thing?
Oh yeah. I was thinking about the one where they're all like devolving into like.
That one was creepy.
I feel like there's a lot of jump scares in that one.
Right, but for this group, I do feel like, and we'll get there, but when Remick is going through something, they're kind
they
of
do
all
all feel
pulled
it.
towards
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, right.
And also mystery solved how they learned all those great tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When one knows,
So-
all know.
To prove his knowledge, he starts speaking to Grace in a Chinese dialect that I'm told is Tashanese.
Oh.
I don't know. But he starts talking to her in Chinese about how he knows how she likes to get licked, but he can't promise he won't bite too hard.
Oh boy.
Sammy asks if he's the devil, and Remick tells him that he is the one he came for because he sensed him and he wants to see his people again because he is trapped there.
Yeah, so so they want to they want to have a connection to their ancestors.
To me, this is another thing, like,
or
that he can't return to his ancestors.
But also, it's like if you're immortal, right? Part of being immortal is that your loved ones are going to die, unless they're vampires too. And the only way to see them again is to have this like music bring them back.
I guess.
Which kind of reminds me of the Volturi, how anytime they find a special human, they want to turn them to keep them. They collect powers.
Yeah.
So I think it's a smart thing to do. All right, so Remick tells Smoke that they can't save
so
Sammy.
they just shove Sammy out the door and say, "Here, take him." No, just kidding. That's not what happens.
He does, He does tell him, they only came for Sammy, so if they give him to him, that the rest of them can go free.
Yeah, but they're not
going for that. They're not going for that.
Right. But then Remick does tell him that Bert, that he converted earlier, was part of the KKK, and his uncle is Hogwood, who is the Grand Dragon. And his plan was to kill them in the morning, and that this floor is a slaughterhouse. And this is where Stack shows back up to tell him it was never a juke joint. This was a killing floor. And yeah, so that's that comment earlier why the floors were so clean. Is because they use it to kill people.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
Okay.
The only thing I got out of it is that they were coming to kill him tomorrow. So
right.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think he makes the point that he like converted them to love, right?
Yeah.
He converted the Klansmen into love, this loving commune.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is
Joan
nice,
goes on
right?
about that. Like now I don't care about that. I just love music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so they promised them heaven on earth.
And they do seem happy.
They say this is the way.
Oh, I missed also, who seemed really great and I don't want to be saved from them is the demons from the original Evil Dead.
The
Deadites from Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2.
They laugh all the time.
Oh, and Evil Dead 3, they're having a good time. But yeah, the remakes are not having a good time. Thank you. But yeah, they seem to be in a great mood at all times. So
In part 3, they kidnap women and force them to be topless, though. It's a little interesting.
Okay, but if I'm a Deadite, I won't mind that.
It won't mind that, okay.
But I'm just saying, but especially 1 and 2, they're having a great time. So
yeah, but I think it is important though. They don't seem upset to be vampires at all. No. They seem pretty pleased with it.
Right. So I get it, and I think now's the time to say it. I don't know if being a vampire in this reality is such a bad thing.
I don't think it is, and I don't know that it's evil. I think they're truly trying to recruit their loved ones to be in this collective with them.
Well, that's what I was trying to say, I guess, is that you can't be with them, right? You don't have that spiritual connection with your ancestors anymore.
Right.
And unless you convert them into being a vampire, they're going to die and that's it. You're never going to see them again.
So you want them to become a vampire because you love them and you want to be with them.
That's the only way to keep them around.
Right. Yeah.
So
we'll see later, but Remick feels kinship with Black people in America because his people, Irish people, are treated the same in Ireland with the British.
Taken away by the English too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So he does he say something about wanting to free them or wanting to
Yeah, I mean he says and then because Stack said here that they would never be able to really be free.
Yeah.
It was an illusion, but that's why he says this is the way. Which I jokingly says is the saying for the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
The sad part is I also had that thought, and I'm not even a Mandalorian fan.
It's so good.
Drilled into our brains now.
Got it on in there.
So they close the door again, and Grace is freaking out about Lisa because they're gonna go kill Lisa if they don't give themselves up. And
see, that doesn't seem very nice.
Right, and so
whether or not they mean it or not.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, why would you? Of course, you want to join your daughter into your collective.
Yeah, but he was saying if you don't come out, we're gonna go get Lisa.
Oh well,
it's a little threatening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can't calm her down, and they try to hold her mouth, but she bites Smoke's hand, and she makes the stupidest decision maybe in this movie, which is to scream, "Come on in, you motherfuckers!"
Oh, why?
So they all get ready to fight, and they very much can't kill Grace because they're outnumbered 40-8. There's 6 people we care about and 2 random people that are all of a sudden there on their side, which I'm like, wait, where were they in the garlic scene?
Yeah, they didn't eat the garlic.
They're in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they ate the
garlic. Maybe when we weren't watching, they shoved garlic down their throat.
Yeah.
Maybe, right.
Off screen.
So
you're still here. Eat this garlic.
Grace prepares a Molotov cocktail, and when they come in, she throws it, but Remick deflects it, and it just goes on the wall, setting the wall on fire. Grace, who jumps through those flames and gets on fire herself, stakes a vampire, and they die together on the floor outside. The 2 random guys are killed really fast, and they have a ton of vampires here.
So.
Yeah,
right, I know.
Bye.
Annie gets bitten by Stack. So Smoke has to keep his promise and kills Annie, which Stack and Mary both freak out about.
Yeah, I guess the whole reason why Stack had got Annie was to convince Smoke.
Yeah.
to also become a vampire. That backfired on him big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some vampires
But
run back outside like they're scared.
Mary and Stack seem legitimately upset that
Yes,
Annie got killed.
very upset.
Mhm.
So this was a clue to me that like they're trying to get their loved ones,
Their
in.
family.
Yeah, their family. They want to recruit their family into this vampire clan or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they really, really care about getting Annie and Smoke.
Yeah, it's a really good point. So some vampires at this point freak out and run back outside. I'm like, they're outnumbering them. I don't know why they would do that.
I don't know.
I guess they don't care.
But
maybe they don't
Delta.
maybe they don't want to get killed.
Yeah, they're like, whatever. We don't care that much.
It's not worth it to get
Delta
killed.
Slim tells everybody to go up, and he says he'll protect Sammy. He keeps his promise. He slices his arm open to distract the vampires, just like Bella did in Twilight Eclipse.
Oh, brother.
The masterpiece.
I mean,
Twilight
that's
Eclipse.
probably what they're referencing.
I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah. I bet.
Has anyone read any interviews about Cougar being really
No,
into the Twilight? Oh,
no, I have not.
I'm sure he is though. He
Yeah.
listed all his influences.
Twilight.
Dusk Till Dawn.
So Delta Slim.
Twilight.
So Delta Slim's
Borg.
killed right there.
Borg.
Oh my god. All right. So Delta Slim is killed right there. As they're trying to go out this other way, Remick is right there. And he grabs Sammy. Perline, she's able to stab Rimrick, but it's not deep enough. And then she's bit by Rimrick.
But when she stabs him, all of the vampires are like, ah!
So that gives them an idea. Yeah.
So they think that if they get Remick, then they know if they get Remick, then they get them all. Yeah.
But Annie had specifically said that was not the case.
That would have killed them. Yeah, if you killed her, like
Maker or whatever, their head, whatever.
Let me pause and say that was a really confusing part of the show Vampire Diaries because
gosh,
my favorite. I was very obsessed with the show because if you kill your maker in that show, like the vampire turns you, you also die.
Oh man.
So and a lot of times they were kind of enemies with the people who turn them vampires, but then they're like, but we can't kill them. Anyway,
good plot device. Good plot device.
Well, it got confusing.
So
wait, who's maker? I don't remember. Anyway.
So Perline and Smoke tell Sammy to run. Perline is bit. He doesn't make it far before we see Rimmick flying towards him. Stack is mad that Smoke killed Annie because it was his plan. Rimmick tells Sammy that he wants his stories and his songs, and in return, Sammy will get his as well. Sammy starts to pray the Lord's Prayer, and Rimmick joins in, saying that prayer was forced upon his people when people came into his lands. Yeah. But he still finds comfort in it.
Interesting.
Very samesies.
Yeah, that was that was a lot. Because it is true, right? Like religion was used to oppress Black people or take their culture
and the
away
Irish,
from them.
and now it's extremely
and
important
Irish
to birth both of their cultures.
Yes, right. Like their colonizer or their abuser or whatever, gave them this thing that's such a comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very deep.
And so every vampire that we can see, except for Stack, who's still inside fighting Smoke, is out there with Rimmick. We see Stack at the upper hand.
No, you dummies, go back in.
But he can't bite Smoke because of his mojo bag that's protecting him.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Then Smoke gets the upper hand. Yeah.
Then we forgot to mention, Annie said that that's why Smoke stayed safe through all his endeavors. The war, his mob stuff was because of the mojo bag.
Yeah, even though he didn't believe it.
Yeah, and in turn he kept Stack.
Yeah.
Right.
Safe.
But he can't fight that belief now. He knows that this bag is keeping him safe.
Clearly true. Yeah.
So he then gets the upper hand and he has the stake about to go into his heart. And he apologizes for not keeping him safe. And Stack tells him there's no need to be sorry because he always did keep him safe.
Oh
gosh. This is so sad.
Outside, Rimmick is giving his sales pitch on how people are all connected together. This is when Sammy's able to grab the guitar, smash it against Rimmick's head. The circular metal part slices into his head, and it must be made of silver because it starts to burn him.
Yeah.
All the other connected vampires start to scream in pain. But Rimmick pulls it out.
That's exactly how it sounded.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What about my hair? Well, just kidding. Remick grabs Sammy, telling him that they will make sweet music together. Right as he's about to bite, Smoke comes up and stabs him through the back. And we see the sun start coming up. Smoke checks Sammy for bite marks, and Remick starts to cry in pain, and the rest of the vampires start to try to crawl away, but the sun comes up and destroys them all. Remick is the last to burn away. And
Or does it?
Well, the ones we see.
Yeah.
Remick is the last to burn away, and Smoke and Sammy look in fear as Remick is taken up in a tornado of fire into the sky.
This really gets me with vampire stuff because, like, you think they would really pay attention to the sunrise, and they never do. They're always tricked by it.
It's before smartwatches.
Okay, but you think you would be really keeping track of time. They're never keeping track of time. But also, I will say that the sun always rises very quickly in these vampire movies.
Yeah, right.
So true. Like
Well,
a hint of sun comes out, and then it's like daylight.
As
Like,
But then
Margo
also
says,
it's been over like 2 hours, and night's over. What do I say?
Margo always says in the Purge movies, it's no big deal. The Purge starts in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, bad time management. Really bad time management.
Mhm. So now it's morning, and Smoke and Sammy are offloaded the trunk from the vehicle. Smoke tells Sammy to bury the guitar, but Sammy says he can't because it's Charlie Patton's guitar. And Smoke tells him that's a lie, and that it actually was their dad's guitar. They hug, and Smoke tells him to be strong, but he has business to handle. We cut back to the opening where he's now driving their vehicle, and the same scene plays out where Sammy goes into the church. We see Smoke trying to roll a cigarette, but he's shaking too much while remembering all the events of the day. And we even see events we didn't see before of them setting up the juke joint and having a really good time doing it.
Yeah.
That's when Smoke pulls off his mojo bag, which to me means he's ready to die
Yeah.
so he could join Annie.
Yeah.
Because Annie said they have people waiting for him.
Oh, and I don't know if you said it, but the implication is their daughter.
Yes.
Your
Right.
baby daughter's who's
Right.
waiting.
Yeah, we'll see it in just a little bit.
Oh my God, it's a tearjerker.
Oh my goodness.
So he opens the trunk to reveal a lot of weapons, and we cut to a little later where several cars of clan members are pulling up, led by Hogwood, and they're all saying very racist things about gonna hunt people.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy, we see him enter the church, and his father tells him to drop the guitar, but he doesn't. We cut back to the slaughterhouse where sniper fire starts taking out a lot of clan members. Then we see Smoke pick up the sniper gun and start walking toward them, taking a bunch of them out who are all trying to hide behind cars. As soon as it's empty, he drops the gun, and you see that he had buried a crate there with a Tommy gun that he pulls out and starts rapid firing into all the clan members. Most of them are taken out there, but 3 people jump into a truck to drive away, and Smoke uses a grenade to throw it in the truck, but he is shot in the stomach or the side.
If only he had all these weapons when the vampires came.
But as I will say, it was such a satisfying scene, right?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
right.
Let's
It's
get
like,
them.
it
Yeah.
just to make everybody happy. Let's kill a bunch of racist people.
Yeah.
You know, this is my favorite genre of movie, which is one guy just takes out a bunch of bad guys.
Yeah. Even I.
Yes.
That's funny. That's what John Wick is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love it. But Sarah thinks it's too violent. And
I
also, the bad guys in John Wick are no worse than John Wick is.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
right.
true.
They're equally
They
bad.
killed a dog. Okay.
Well, that is only one person killed that dog. He's killed a lot of other
Yeah.
people.
All right. So Smoke walks over to Hogwood, who's crawling away. He asks him for a cigarette. He says, fuck you, and pulls the gun out, and which he's reloading. And then he hands him a pack of cigarettes, and Smoke takes the whole thing. He's able to light it, and then he kind of falls into a sitting position. He looks over to see Annie is breastfeeding their child. And Annie calls him Elijah, telling him he can hold her if he puts out the cigarette, because she says she doesn't want him to get any of that smoke on her. But the way she says it implies that she wants Elijah to hold her and not Smoke, meaning like his gangster persona.
Yeah. This
And
was so sad.
Very touching. Very
brutal.
touching.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Right as he's
Yeah,
about
but
to reach...
it's also- Oh, go ahead.
Oh, see. Right as he reaches over for his daughter, Hogwood tells him he's got lots of money and he doesn't want to hear it. So he just rapid fires the rest of the ammo into Hogwood, killing him there. And then he grabs the baby to hold his child,
Oh, it's
which is
so
probably the moment he died.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
My gosh, that's so sad. He was but he's reuniting with his wife and
Yeah,
his
so
daughter.
that's
So I was thinking, is that poor baby going to be a baby for the rest of the afterlife? For what?
well,
who knows?
let's not think too hard about it.
Yeah, okay.
Sammy drives away in the car, still gripping that guitar, and you let it go.
Mhm.
And we get a card reading that it's now Chicago, Illinois. It's October 16th, 1992. I remember that like it was yesterday. Just kidding. All right. We see a much older Sammy now playing a yellow Fender
I
Stratocaster.
don't remember 1992
Yes.
because either I wasn't born or I was just a baby. You choose.
What was it? 1992 or 80?
Yeah.
1992.
I was either not born or just a
92.
Oh yeah.
Eleazar,
92.
wink, wink. I was just
Oh,
a baby,
I was like,
or
no,
I wasn't born.
I missed
Okay.
the week, Margo. I was like,
Definitely
no,
not born.
did I
Definitely
say
not
the
10
wrong
years,
day?
Definitely not 10 years old. Or not 10
That's why I was like, oh, was it
8 years old.
1982?
Right?
Yeah,
That's
you
what I
were
thought.
Definitely not 8 years old. I know
was like,
that.
I must have
I
said the
know
wrong
that.
date.
Yeah.
So anyway, he here is being played by the legendary bluesman Buddy Guy. After his session is over, when the club is closing, Sammy sits down for a drink at the bar. The bouncer comes in and tells him there are two people that want to come in to meet him, and they're offering a couple of $100. Sammy says that it doesn't bother him at all, and when the bouncer says, "Come on in," it gives Sammy pause, and I felt that tension. Like he was about to drink and he stopped, like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was definitely shocked to see Mary and Stack walking
Yeah,
in,
so
both
was I.
looking very 90s.
They
Yeah.
looked cool though. I thought they looked
Yeah.
cool.
Not too cheesy.
Yeah, not
Right.
cheesy at all. They look
Stack orders whatever the old man's having us eat, and when Mary smiles at the bartender, he freaks out and leaves because I think he sees her fangs.
Yeah. I think
Sammy asks how, and Stack says that he's the one person Smoke just couldn't kill, but he made it a promise that he would stay away from Sammy and let him live out his life. Stack smells Sammy, telling him he could sense that there's not much life left in him, and he offers to turn him so that he can stick around and play his music forever. Sammy declines, saying he thinks he's seen enough of this place. Stack tells him that they have every one of his records and he doesn't like that electric stuff, and mentions that the old records sound terrible. So he asks him if he still has the reel, and he opens the case to reveal a new guitar. It looks brand new model of that old guitar that he had back then.
By the way, Mary and Stack look so in love and like sweet.
I know they're affectionate. I
Yeah,
know.
like it's like, oh, they get their chance
yeah,
together.
we were totally like watching it being like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, they got
like,
to be
oh,
together.
I'm so happy for them.
And
I know.
unrealistic, 60 years? Come on. I'm just kidding. Whatever.
Yeah, but-
I'm playing.
Yeah, but you know.
But she chose her real love, except for the rich guy. That's the smart
I would
choice.
just say I'd probably be still love with my husband in 6 years if he looked like a young Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, true. that would keep you around.
I guess
that would
depending on
keep
how
you-
annoying he is, but
That's
yeah.
funny.
Every time I look at that face, I'd be like, all right, I'll keep
I
him.
guess.
So he does play a song for them about traveling and his woman, and then they do pay him $200. As they leave, Sammy tells them he wakes up once a week paralyzed, reliving that night, but then adds before sunset, it was the best day of his life. He asks Stack if it was the same for him, and he says it was because it was the last time he ever saw his brother, last time he ever saw the sun,
So sad.
and just for a few hours they were free.
That was so sweet.
His brother.
That's the last time he saw his brother, and now he can't see his brother again
Yeah.
because
Oh.
his stupid brother would have become a vampire.
Yeah, come on. So stubborn.
Stupid.
So as they walk out, Sammy remembers that day with a smile, and we get another title card that says Sinners. And if you stay till the end of the
Not
credits,
me.
No, right to sleep.
like I did, you see him in the church when he's young again, playing This Little Light of Mine on the guitar. And we get the full performance of the song.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
go back and watch it, I guess.
So that's the movie. Anything you want to talk about? We need to talk about?
I don't know. It was a really good movie for sure.
Yeah, it was so
Totally.
good. It was fun. It was scary, and then it also like had a lot of
Wasn't that scary?
messages or like, oh, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that scary. I mean, I wasn't that scared, but like it had that horror element. But then it also had a lot of serious messages. It was really good.
It was the first horror movie in like the last 30 years to get an A cinema score, which
Mhm.
is impossible for horror movies
Huh,
to
I'm
get.
surprised about that.
Well,
Yeah, how
it's
about the substance?
or
So
like Midsommar, or
Well,
like,
like-
it might have got now one of those might got an A-, but it's really scaled back
Oh,
towards horror movies.
Okay.
Like when they take cinema scores, it's like they're interviewing people that just left the movie,
mhm.
asking based on what you
Oh.
thought this movie was going to be, how did it play out? And on a large scale, audiences aren't favorable about horror movies. And so
Yeah.
it's really hard for a horror movie to ever get an A. Now, some horror movies have gotten A minuses,
Hmm.
but in the last 30 years, this was the only one to get an A.
I do really wish I wasn't like spoiled before I saw it that it was about vampires, because I think that would have been like so
Really
cool.
shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been so cool to have been like, wait, what? Because the trailer did not.
Yes, it did.
It didn't
Oh,
show
did
vampire
it?
stuff. No,
Well,
not
then
at all.
I knew. I
It
knew.
did? I didn't
Showed
know it was
Mary.
about vampires, so someone
It
told
showed
me.
Mary with blood all over her and saying, "We're going to kill everyone, last one of y'all."
Oh, okay.
So
'Cause
we
I
knew
knew
something was going on.
Immediately. I mean, I knew a long time, like right when the movie was coming out, that it was about vampires.
Oh,
Right.
but I feel like the first. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the first things that came out, you couldn't tell what it was about exactly.
Well,
that's the thing with trailers now, right? Like a lot of times, trailers will tell you what happens at the end of the movie.
So
Like,
I've
okay.
listened to a lot of interviews by directors and producers who say it's harder and harder every day to convince audiences to leave their safety of their homes and Netflix
Mhm.
to go out to see a movie.
Right.
So you have to show them that it's either this movie is the same thing as the last 10 best movies that came out,
Mhm.
or you're doing something unique and different here, and you have to show that in the trailer
Yeah.
Mhm.
to get people to come out.
Yeah.
Because the same thing with Abigail.
Yeah.
If you just showed a heist movie with people
Yeah.
kidnapping
Which
the
you
little
could
girl,
have. Yeah.
no one would have went to see it. Now
You
it
don't
didn't make a
think-
lot of money anyway, but a lot of people wouldn't got to see it
Yeah.
if they didn't know it was a horror movie.
I don't know. I think maybe. I don't. I wonder if people would have gone to see a Ryan Coogler movie. Period.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's
But
a good point.
also like they might have been worried that people are gonna not like it because they'll go see it thinking it's like a historical drama or something, and then be like, I
Right.
didn't sign up for this crazy vampire movie.
But I do
Whatever.
think they could have done the trailer, make it look cool without like showing that.
I don't know.
I mean, it's just because it took such a turn where you're like, what? I mean, I knew it was coming, but like took us such a turn that would have been so cool to watch without
Well,
like
it's like
anticipating it.
sure, and I also like the trailer showed the Tommy gun scene, which is at the end, right?
Yeah.
It showed him
Well, they
firing
could've
at people.
shown
We didn't know
that, yeah.
who he was
And that
firing
would
at.
have, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But-
I don't know.
But the whole movie, it wasn't like I was like, when are we getting to that Tommy gun?
Right.
Because it
Yeah.
was so entertaining
Yeah.
that I didn't worry about it. I was
Yeah, I
never bored. Even in the exposition, there was
Right.
fun music going on. I was with these
Yeah,
people.
the beginning of the movie where they're just like, driving around talking
Yeah.
Mhm.
to the people
That was so fun.
and interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm thinking it makes me think of, I already mentioned it, but it makes me think of The Substance, where when I watched the movie, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's
That wa-
interesting because that movie they didn't tell you a lot
No.
that was going to
You
happen.
could
It was-
not
I didn't
tell it
know.
was gonna be- Yeah.
I don't know. I guess because Demi Moore was in it, like that was his
I think-
selling
I
point.
also,
didn't know
I
what it
think
was.
word of mouth
Yeah. Word of mouth. big
after it
time.
came out, like I think it did well
But I
because
also
of
don't
that.
think that was as big of a budget movie, right? Or was it?
I don't know,
Hmm.
Well, whatever.
No, I
but,
don't think it was. It must not have been.
but it
You
got
can't
close to.
take such
It
a-
won some awards from some.
Oh, yeah.
things,
Yeah.
which is
That's when
amazing.
people started seeing it too.
What
Yeah.
a crazy! I mean, we got to do that movie, or you got to do it with somebody. Because what an off the wall movie that
I mean,
was.
if you want to take the notes, Margo, go.
Okay. All right.
So, Sarah, did you have fun?
Yes. I
Well,
don't know
if-
that I added anything to the podcast.
No, I think it was great.
Just more
um,
chaos.
I think that's fun. I think if we're having a fun time, that's what matters.
well,
well,
if you have another twin episode,
We just
Right.
watched a movie with twins. Oh well.
I was like, dang it, this one has twins, which was Scream 5.
Yeah. Well, they weren't in it that much, so
Yeah. But,
we'll
but
watch
yeah,
The
cool.
Shining.
Yeah, I mean, Joseph really wants to cover that one.
No,
but
that's
we'll-
fine. Oh, this is Margot's review of The Shining. That's a boring ass movie.
I like The Shining, but
There's so much symbolism in it, Margo.
Uh huh. Okay. I guess I
He's
missed it.
throwing a ball at a Native American wall, beating up
Isn't
the
there
Native
like a
American
blowjob for a guy in a bear costume? Does that happen?
Yeah,
Oh,
that does
see?
happen.
Okay, that got in the mind. I remember that.
I don't remember
Red,
it.
red rum. Red rum.
Red Rum. The sequel is really good though. That was not boring. Have you seen the sequel?
No.
No.
That's really
But
good. Y'all should watch
wasn't
that one.
Stanley Kubrick, was it?
No, but it's good. It's Mike Flanagan.
No,
And
that's
everything
fine,
Mike
but that's
Flanagan
why-
is done.
But that's why it's probably good.
Oh, I got what you're saying. Everything Mike Flanagan
boring
has done
ass
has been
artsy-
amazing.
Artsy ass Stanley Kubrick.
Oh yeah, I
movie.
like 2001: Space Odyssey too.
Oh yeah,
But
were
I
you trying to
love
get
a-
me to
I
watch
love a
that? And I
slow
was like, I'm out.
love a
I'm
slow
out. I
sci-fi.
can't.
Right. As an adult, I was like, wait, why did I like this as a kid? Like,
Oh, no,
I haven't
17
seen
minutes
it again as an older.
of
Yeah.
it's a spinning disc. I'm like, wait, why is this?
I
This
have
is
to
good.
say I haven't seen it as an adult.
I
either,
didn't even.
so
I
maybe
didn't get
wouldn't
past
like
the monkeys, the gorilla, ape, whatever scene. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? This is going way too long. I
That's
can't.
funny.
Just like Nosferatu.
All right.
Well, whatever.
Well, I mean, I'll let Margo know, but it doesn't have to be twins. If there's a movie that you see that you like, and then Margo would be cool.
You know what movie I really want to see, but I'm afraid it's going to be scary. Is that movie Together with Alison
It looks
Brie and
good.
it
What
looks
is
so
that?
good.
They like I said, the real life couple, James Franco and his
And
wife,
Alison Brie.
Sorry. Yeah.
right? And I agree. And
Not
they,
Jaco, the other Frank.
Dave.
Dave. It is Dave.
Okay.
It is Dave.
Oh no.
Whatever.
Either way,
Uh-huh.
it looks creepy. It
I
does
have
look
no
a
idea
little
what this movie
scary.
is.
Really? I've gotten
Uh-huh.
so many ads for it.
Oh, we have a different.
I've gotten a lot of
algorithm.
ads for it too.
But I
Different
get like
algorithm.
artsy movie ads.
I feel like people say it changes wildly in the middle, and I'm
Hmm.
like, oh well, I'm interested more now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. If y'all both like it, you'll check it out. Then we can do
We'll
it.
see.
But
I don't know. It looks too
That's
scary
what-
though.
Oh, it's true.
yeah, I get you. All right, let me do the outro.
It's okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Margo and Sarah, for being here. We have new episodes every Monday, so please check them out. And if you'd like to leave us a 5-star review, that would be amazing. All our social links are in the description.
5 star.
So thank you for being here. Bye.
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 Awesome.